Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Have you ever had one of those moments, something so overwhelming, so profound, that it didn't just feel like an aha moment, it actually kind of rewired your whole understanding of reality? We're not talking simple insights here. We mean an experience that just rips apart what you thought you knew. Today, we're taking a shortcut to getting informed about exactly that kind of pivotal moment, found right in the heart of ancient wisdom. We'll be diving into excerpts from, it's essentially Krishna's cosmic revelation in the Bhagavad Gita, specifically chapter 11, Yoga of the Vision of the Universal Form. And this isn't just another chapter, it's really a climax. It's where all these deep teachings suddenly become this direct, visual, almost unbelievable experience. So our mission today, to unpack this extraordinary story, figure out its significance, and pull out those timeless nuggets about God, our duty, the cosmos, everything this text offers. We want to get not just what happened, but why it matters, how it can maybe inform our own search for meaning. So where do we start with this incredible vision?
Well, what's really fascinating is the setup, right? Arjuna has just been listening to Krishna explain everything, karma, devotion, knowledge, all of it. Deep stuff. But just knowing it isn't quite enough for him. He's grateful, incredibly grateful, but he feels this burning need for a direct experience. He has to see it. So he humbly asks Krishna, "Can I see your true divine form, your universal self?" And that makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why isn't just understanding it intellectually sufficient sometimes? Why the craving for direct sight?
Exactly. And that's where it gets really interesting. Krishna says, yes, he agrees to this huge request, but there's a catch, a big one. Our normal human eyes, they just can't handle it. It's impossible. Too much, too vast.
Right, beyond our sensory capacity.
So Krishna gives Arjuna what's called a divya chakshu, a divine eye. And this isn't just like a metaphor. It seems to be a real transformation of his perception. Something had to change in him to even begin to grasp what he was about to see.
A necessary upgrade, you could say?
Totally. Otherwise, it would be incomprehensible, or maybe even destructive. And what he sees then is the Vishwaroopa, Krishna's cosmic form. Okay, try to picture this. The text describes its brightness like 1,000 suns, all exploding in the sky at once. Just unimaginable light.
Wow.
But it's more than light. Inside this single form, he sees, everything. Countless faces, eyes, mouths, divine weapons, ornaments, all the gods, sages, creatures, the whole universe, moving, not moving. It's all there, simultaneously, inside Krishna. It's like reality itself just unfolded within this one being.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, This vision, it's both incredibly beautiful, awe-inspiring, but also deeply terrifying.
Terrifying, how so?
Because Arjuna doesn't just see creation, he sees destruction. He watches horrified as warriors from both armies, his own relatives, his revered teachers like Bhishma and Drona, are all rushing into Krishna's countless fiery mouths, getting consumed, destroyed.
Oh wow, so it's creation and destruction side by side.
Exactly. It reveals Krishna not just as the creator, the sustainer, but also as Kala, time itself.
Yeah.
But more than just time. The inevitable force of destruction, of dissolution. The end that makes way for the new beginning. And Krishna even tells him, quite chillingly, "Look, these warriors, they're already dead, slain by me. You, Arjuna, you're just the instrument."
Already slain. So Arjuna's actions are just playing out something already determined.
It certainly raises that question, doesn't it? It forces a complete rethink of cause, effect, free will, destiny, life and death itself.
Okay, let's just pause there. Think about that. You seeing the whole universe, creation, destruction, all within this being you thought was, your friend, your chariot driver.
You're equal.
How would you even react? I mean, the sheer scale of it.
Yeah.
The terror mixed with the beauty.
Well, Arjuna is, understandably, completely overwhelmed, just shattered. He's filled with this potent mix of fear, deep reverence, utter astonishment, and humility. He feels incredibly small.
So his whole perception of Krishna just flips.
Instantly. It's a critical turning point. He knows in that moment that Krishna isn't just his friend or guide, he is the supreme God, the source of absolutely everything, the ultimate reality.
And he feels bad about how he treated him before.
Oh, profoundly. He apologizes over and over again for treating him casually, like an equal, like just a friend, for any disrespect, however unintentional. The sheer power and magnitude of the Vishwaroopa, it's just too much to comprehend fully. It changes everything about their relationship, about Arjuna's understanding of the divine.
It really shows how realization can just dismantle our everyday assumptions.
Right.
Even about people we think we know well.
Absolutely.
So he's terrified, overwhelmed. What does he do? He pleads. He basically says, I can't handle this. It's too much, too vast, too terrifying, especially that destructive aspect, the Kala form. He begs Krishna to go back.
Right, to return to a form he can relate to.
And Krishna, showing immense compassion, he grants Arjuna's wish. First, he shows his four-armed Vishnu form, still divine, majestic, but maybe more.
Orderly, familiar, a bit more manageable, perhaps. Less overwhelming than the infinite form.
And then finally, he returns to that gentle, familiar, two-armed human form. The friend Arjuna knows. And you can just imagine the relief Arjuna feels.
It's a beautiful moment of divine grace, isn't it? Showing the ultimate truth, but then tempering it to the devotee's capacity.
It really is. So this whole experience, the awe, the terror, the pleading, the return, it's an incredible story. But what does it all mean for us listening now? Beyond the epic narrative, what are the key takeaways from this ultimate aha moment?
That's the crucial question, isn't it? And there are some profound lessons packed in here. The first, maybe the most fundamental, driven home by that vision, is that God is all-pervading. Completely, indivisibly.
Not just everywhere, but everything.
Exactly. Arjuna saw the universe inside Krishna. The vision shatters that idea of God being separate. Out there, it says the divine is the very fabric of existence.
Wow. So if the divine is the fabric, then everything, even our own consciousness, our struggles, it's all part of that.
That's the implication. It shifts the whole search for the divine from looking outward to looking inward and all around us. The divine is inherent in everything.
That really does reframe things. Okay, and then there was that stark duality. Creation and destruction, right there in the same form. How do we square that? Destruction feels so negative.
Well, the vision teaches that the same divine power is behind both. It challenges our simple good-bad, life-death categories. Destruction isn't presented as evil or even just an end. It's shown as a necessary part of the cosmic cycle, like clearing away the old to make space for the new.
Like a forest fire making way for new growth.
Precisely that kind of idea. It encourages accepting impermanence, accepting the natural cycles of birth, growth, decay, death, rebirth as part of the divine flow.
So it's not about being resigned, but about understanding it as part of a bigger process.
Exactly. Understanding that rhythm can perhaps ease our anxieties about change, loss, endings. It's part of the dance.
Okay, and what about Arjuna's role? That chilling line, already been slain, he's just an instrument. How does that fit with doing our duty, with making choices?
That brings us to the theme of being an instrument of the divine will. It's a complex idea. The outcome, Krishna says, is already set by a larger cosmic plan.
So free will.
It's more nuanced, I think. It's not about being a passive puppet. It's about acting, performing your duty, but without attachment to the results. Think of, say, an orchestra musician. They play their part perfectly, with skill and dedication. That part is essential. But the whole symphony, the grand design, is beyond their individual control.
Ah, I see. So you do your part to the best of your ability.
Trusting it fits into a larger pattern, even if you can't see the whole picture. It encourages acting with integrity, but frees you from the anxiety of controlling the ultimate outcome. You focus on the action itself.
That takes a lot of pressure off, in a way. Okay, and finally, how did Arjuna even get this vision? It wasn't just from studying or doing rituals.
Right. And this is maybe the most crucial point for the path itself, the power of devotion. Specifically, Ananya Bhakti, undivided, single-pointed devotion. The Gita is very clear here. This ultimate experience, this direct sight, isn't achieved through study alone or sacrifice or austerity or charity by themselves.
It's a devotion.
It's that unconditional love, that complete surrender of the heart to the divine. That's what opens the door. It suggests true understanding isn't just intellectual horsepower.
It's about the heart.
It's a relationship rooted in love, trust, total surrender. And that path, crucially, is open to anyone willing to commit their heart fully.
What an incredible journey we've covered. From Arjuna just wanting to see to this mind-blowing cosmic vision, the terror, the plea, and then back to the familiar. Chapter 11 is just, wow, a deep dive into reality itself.
It really is such a powerful reminder that everything's interconnected: creation, destruction, the universe. And that understanding it deeply involves not just our minds, but requires a real shift in how we perceive and maybe a complete opening of the heart.
Divinity as an experience, not just an idea.
Exactly.
So, as you, our listeners, reflect on all this, here's a thought to chew on. If the divine really is all-pervading, the actual fabric of existence, like Arjuna saw, what kind of divya chakshu, what sort of divine eye could we possibly cultivate in our own lives? What practices, what shifts in how we look at things, what may be genuine surrender might let us perceive that interconnectedness, that grand design, maybe even just glimpses of deeper meaning in our everyday world? What really stands out to you from this incredible story? We hope you'll keep exploring.